Hello, everyone. Welcome to show number 5 of OCPL Presents Shakespeare Unstaged. And we're very happy to be with you today. It's a beautiful Syracuse day, 77 degrees. Now, come on. Now, that's great Syracuse weather. You bottle that up for January. So, like to tell you about our upcoming show, of course. That's always first on my agenda, which is Love's Labor's Lost. And that goes on virtually only, not at Thorndon, although we'd love to be there, from June 5th through 14th. That's 5, 6, 7, and 12, 13, 14. And it will be streamed live onto Facebook and maybe onto YouTube as well. We're still not sure about that. Now, I do have something to share with you, and that's the media release for Love's Labor's Lost. So let me get that set up here, and there it is, and now I am sharing it. So there's the media release, and I want to give a shout out to Ali O'Mara for writing this release. She did a fabulous job. It's going out to all the outlets that accept it, so we get maximum publicity for the show, especially since we're doing it virtually. And you see Alyssa's picture at the bottom from our publicity photo shoot from last week. So thank you to all involved in that, and that'll be going out to the media today. And next we have Kids, which goes on the week of July 13th through 17th. Anne Childress, who is on my screen to my right in the blue cape and hood, is one of the teachers. Michelle Mansour is another teacher, and it will be held either within the carriage house or outside of it, or virtually, one or the other. We've limited it to 8 students, so if we do have it in person, it will be socially distanced. So we're very happy about the kids program. This is our 16th season. And down to my right, you can see Derek Powell. Wave to them, Derek, so they see you. Yep. Derek Powell was in our first summer kids program in 2006. And he played Grumio in Taming of the Shrew. And now look at him. Okay, he's playing the lead in Love's Labor's Lost. Yeah, that's it. He's embarrassed. Mission accomplished. Okay, and the last thing is the raffle that we've changed some of the rules of the raffle. You don't have to answer any questions. All you have to do is publicly post our Facebook event page on your Facebook page, and that will get you in. That share will get you in, and we'll pick one of those randomly next week on the 17th. And with that, I'm going to throw it over to Cara Luddy, who's the OCPL person, and will tell you all about the exciting reopening of the libraries in Onondaga County. Cara, take it away.
Hey, so we can finally talk about library takeout, and so we're going to share some details about that today. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show some basics about how you can place holds on books, movies, music, and more, and pick it up at the city libraries and the Baldwinsville Library. So let's check it out. Okay, so if you wanted to do library takeout, you'd go to your web browser, and if you're going to do it online, you go to the website. Go to onlib.org. You can also call our phone 315-435-1900 if you do not want to do it online. So you'll see library takeout right here at the very top of the page, and it switched. So I'm just going to go back, click that. So right now, like I said before, we are only offering takeout at the Baldwinsville Public Library and the city branches. That does not include the satellite libraries at the community centers. So it is just our city branch libraries right now. So some important things that we want you to keep in mind when you return items right now. We know that there's a lot of items checked out, and it's going to be kind of overwhelming when they all get returned. So we're asking that people return items based on their birthday. So if you are born on an even day, please return items on an even day. And if you are born on an odd day, please return items on an odd day. This is just going to help us get the process working smoother for checking everything back in. Right now, there's over 100,000 items that are checked out. So that's a lot to overwhelm staff, and we just want to spread it out. So right now, to ensure the safety of our staff and our patrons, we are quarantining all returned items for 7 days. So this is going to impact wait times. So obviously you're going to have to wait longer, and we're just asking that you bear with us, and we really appreciate your patience right now because things are going to take longer. So if you scroll down, you can go to place your order. So you would go to the catalog and you would place a hold on an item like you normally would for pickup. And you just want to make sure that you choose, select a location with library takeout, because not all the libraries are participating in this right now. We have to keep it to the city libraries and the Baldwinsville Library. If you're not sure what you want to pick up, we have these librarian specials, which are really cool. So going along with our theme of takeout food, we have books a la carte, movies and TV a la carte, magazines a la carte, and music a la carte. So this is a form that you would fill out. So let's click on books. So you would put your first and last name, your email address, phone number, your library card, which is very important. Please put that. And then you would put your pickup location. So please pick your city library. And then pretty much you just tell us what you like, and we will throw together some items for you that we think you'll enjoy. So this is great if you just don't really know what you want to check out and you're looking for something new. So I think that is my update. I will go back really quick to this. So again, if you want to learn more about library takeout in the full process, we suggest you go to onlib.org/library takeout. And if you have any questions, you can contact us on social media, or you can email reference@onlib.org, or you can call us. So that is my update, and I hope it was helpful. And I will stop sharing my screen.
Thank you very much, Cayla. Here you go. Give her some snaps.
Yeah.
All right. And now we're going to start our non-announcement programming. And that's going to be Cayla Ross is going to be doing Act 3, Scene 2 piece of it from Romeo and Juliet. She's playing Juliet. And I'm calling it Just Before the Nurse Enters. And take it away, Cayla.
Gallop apace, ye fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebe's lodging such a Wagner, as Pythian would whip you to the west, and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy closed curtain, love-performing night. Their runaway eyes may wink, and Romeo leap into these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers concede to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or, if by love be blind, it best agrees with the night. Come, civil knight, thou sober-suited matron all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match. Played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Hood my unmaned blood, bathing in my cheeks, with thy black mantle till strange love grown bold. Think true love acted simple modesty. Come, night, come, Romeo, come. Thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night, give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he'll make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garnished sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of love, but not yet possessed it, though I am sold, yet not enjoyed. So tedious is this day as is the night before some festival, to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks, heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thee there? The cord that Romeo bid thee fetch?
Thank you, Cayla. Nice job. And we're going to move on to our kids graduate from 14 years ago. Derek Powell is going to be doing from Love's Labor's Lost, the show that's coming up, Act 4, Scene 3, and I'm calling it Women's Eyes. Take it away, Derek.
Have at you then, affections, men-at-arms. Consider what you first did swear unto, to fast, to study, and to see no woman. Flat treason against the kingly state of youth. You say, can you fast? Your stomachs are too young, and abstinence engenders maladies. And where that you have vowed to study, lords, in that each of you have forsworn his books, can you still dream, and pore, and thereon look? And when would you, my lord, or you, have found the ground of study's excellence without the beauty of a woman's face? You have in that forsworn the use of eyes. Learning is but an adjunct to ourself, and where we are, our learning likewise is. And then when ourselves we see in ladies' eyes, do we not likewise see our learning there? Other slow arts entirely keep the brain, but love, first learned in a woman's eyes, lives not alone, immured in the brain, but courses as swift as thought through every power. But we have made a vow to study, lords, and in that vow we have forsworn our books. From women's eyes, this doctrine I derive. They are the books, the arts, the academes that show, contain, and nourish all the world. Then fools you were, these women to forswear. Let us once lose our oaths to keep ourselves, or else we lose ourselves to keep our oaths.
Thank you, Derek. Great job. And now we move on to a comic piece starring Janis Scaturo. She's going to be playing Puck from A Midsummer Night's Dream, Act 3, Scene 2, and I'm calling it Puck's Trick. Take it away, Janis.
My mistress with a monster is in love. Ah! Near and close to her consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, road mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus's nuptial day. The shallowest, thick-skinned of that barren sort, whom Paramus presented in their sport, forsook a scene and entered into a break, when I did him at disadvantage take. An ass's know I fixed on his head. Anon, his thespy must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When him they spy, as wild geese with a creeping fowler eye, or plated chose many in sort, rising and clawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight, away his fellows fly. And at our stamp, or here and or one falls, he murder cries, and help from Athens calls. Thus weak, their senses lost, and their fears such strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, oh, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders, all things that catch. I led them on this distracted fear, and I left sweet Paramus translated there. When at that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
Thank you, Janis. You had me laughing many times during that. I had to hold it in. Next, we're going to move to a little more serious piece. And this is from As You Like It, Samuel Tamburo is doing it. Act 2, Scene 7, either Jake's or Jaquees, depending on how you say it. There are some other ways as well. And it's traditionally known as the 7 Ages of Man speech. Take it away, Sam.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. Then a soldier full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in fair round belly with good capon lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice turning again toward childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion, sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Thank you, Sam. Nice job. We like that. Very famous speech. And now we're going to move on again to a comic piece, also from A Midsummer Night's Dream. And this is Act 5, Scene 1. Anne Childress is playing the character of Snout, and I have entitled this piece, Not 45's Wall. Take it away, Anne.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper. Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go. And we wish that the 45 wall would go.
Okay. A little political commentary at the end. Thank you, Anne. That's okay. All right, so now we're going to move on to a serious piece. Tony Brown and Simon Moody are starring in this one. It's from the play Othello, and it's Act 4, Scene 1. Is that correct? Did I get that correct, gentlemen?
You did.
Okay, good. I'm calling this one Iago's Trick. Take it away, gentlemen.
How shall I murder him, Iago? Did you perceive how he laughed at his vice? Oh, Iago. And did you see the handkerchief? Was that mine? Yours, by this hand. And to see how he prizes the foolish woman, your wife. She gave it him, and he hath given it his whore. I would have him 9 years of killing. A fine woman, a fair woman, a sweet woman. Me! You must forget that. Aye, let her rot and perish and be damned tonight, for she shall not live. No, my heart is turned to stone. I strike it and it hurts my hands. Oh, the world had not a sweeter creature.
She might lie by an empress side and command him task.
Nay, that's not your way.
Oh, hang her. I do but say what she is. So delicate with her needle, an amiable musician. Oh, she will sing the savageness out of a bear. But so high and plenteous wit and inventions.
She's the worse for this.
Oh, 1,000,000 times. And then, of so gentle of conditions.
Aye, too gentle.
Nay, that's certain. But yet the pity of it, Iago. Oh, Iago, the pity of it, Iago.
If you are so fond over her iniquity, give her patent to offend. For if it touch not you, it comes near nobody.
I will chop her into messes. Cockle me.
'Tis foul in her.
With my officer.
That's fouler.
Oh, give me some poison, Iago, this night. I'll not expostulate with her, lest her body and beauty improvise my mind again this night, Iago.
Do it not with some poison. Strangle her in her bed, even the bed she hath contaminated.
Good, good. The justice of it pleases. Very good.
And for Cassio, let me be his undertaker. You will hear more by midnight.
Good. Very good.
Thank you, gentlemen. Very nice.
Regrettably, I must away.
Okay, well, you must away. We bid you adieu.
Muggle.
All right, and we're moving on to the last piece before we do our little contest, and that's from Romeo and Juliet. It's Act 1, Scene 4. It's Mercutio Speech, and it's typically known as the Queen Mab speech. Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spiders' legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the collars of the moonshine's watery beams. Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner's squirrel or old grub. Time out of mind, the fairy's coachmakers, and in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love, or courtiers' knees that dream on courtsies straight, or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry Mab with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweet meats tainted are. Sometime she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out a suit. And sometimes comes she with a tithe-pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breaches, ambuscados, Spanish plates, of hell's 5-fathom deeps. And then a nun drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. This is that very Mab that plats the manes of horses in the night, and bakes the elf locks in foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag when maids lie on their backs, that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she. Thank you. And now we're moving on. We have about 5 minutes left. So this is a contest for any actor who's left on the screen. And let me unmute everybody so you can answer. Please make sure that you raise your hand, and then I'll call on whoever it looks like is first. Sam, you gotta let me unmute you. Thank you. And Catherine, could you keep score? 50 points for every right answer. And the one who gets the most right answers is going to get 2 Gannon's Isles ice creams the next time we do a show at Thorndon Park. How's that? Okay?
That's great.
All right. These are being taken from the Shakespeare Miscellany. I guess you can't see that. So we'll leave that alone. And some are easy, some are hard. And we'll see. We'll see how you do. Shakespeare trivia. And the first one is, I don't think you'll get this exactly. Let's say it within 5, no, within 10. How many times is the word love used in Romeo and Juliet? Who's got a guess? In the whole show, how many times?
Oh my God.
Raise your hand. Anne?
75?
More than that. Who's got another guess? Derek?
103.
More than that. Who's got another guess? Cayla?
120.
More than that. Last chance. More than that. Janis?
135.
Oh, you were close. 154. 154 times in Romeo and Juliet, the word love. Okay. Now, the next question is, same general subject. Who says the word love more, Romeo or Juliet? You don't have to give me the number. Just tell me who says it more. Whose hand goes up? Tony Brown.
Romeo.
Romeo is right. Romeo says it 52 times and Juliet says it 35 times. So that's 50 points for Mr. Brown. Okay, let's move on to the next one. You have to tell me who this person is. I'm reading you something about them. It is not known when this person, so I'm not telling you gender, was born or baptized, but on the tombstone in Holy Trinity Church, it is recorded that the person was 67 years old when this person died on 6 August 1623. Who is it? Tony Brown.
Shakespeare.
No. He died April 23rd, 1616.
His daughter Judith. His daughter Judith.
Got to raise your hand. You got it, Sam. What is it?
Judith Shakespeare.
That's not correct. Good guess, though. That's a very good guess.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anne.
His wife, Anne Hathaway?
His wife is right. 50 points for Anne. Very good. Nice job. Yes. Okay. So this one is just a general question. All of Shakespeare's plays and his poetry, everything he's written, taken together, has a name. It's called Shakespeare's blank. What is that blank? What is the name for all his works taken together? Sam.
First folio.
That is not correct. The first folio is when his all his works were put together and printed for the first time, all his works. This is all his works. What are they called together? It has a special name. If you go to church, you would probably know this term better. Anne?
I was going to say the complete works, but...
No.
No.
Cayla?
Collection?
Nope. Starts with the letter C.
Canon.
Sam got it. 50 points. 50 points for Sam. We have a 3-way tie so far. We still have time. We have 1 minute left. We'll take 2 more. Okay, 2 more questions. This one's way too hard. Let's skip that one. Okay. Here's a quote for you. You have to tell me who said this quote. And I'll tell you he's a famous director, modern director of Shakespeare plays. Shakespeare's text is a complex score that demands to be read as a piece of music, learned like the steps of a dance or practiced like the strokes of a duel. Who said that? Derek.
Peter Brook.
You've got the first name right, but the last name is not Peter Brook. That's a good guess. That's a great guess. It's not Peter Brook. It was said in 2004 in Shakespeare's Advice to the Players. So he wrote a book, and his first name is Peter. Anybody else? Okay, we'll skip it. Peter Hall is the name of the director. And okay, last one. Our last one is, according to this book, which I've heard different things, what is the name of the first play that Shakespeare wrote and was produced? It's a comedy. Sam.
Two Gentlemen of Verona.
You are correct. I think Sam is the winner, right, Catherine?
Yes,
Yes, Sam is the winner. You are getting 2 Gannon's ice creams the next time we do a show in the park,
right.
Sam.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them to Anne and Tony, who are the runner-ups. Okay.
Oh, what a magnanimous person. That's what we need more of these days.
Anne,
Yes.
one to Tony, and don't they forget it. Okay. All right.
Don't worry, we won't forget it.
They forget it.
I'm sure they'll remind me.
Everybody eats their ice cream.
Okay, so thank you everyone for your contribution to the show. This was a lot of fun. And look for it on Facebook. Tell your friends about it. It will be on the OCPL Facebook page and the SSITP Facebook page. We will see you next week at 2 o'clock on Thursday. And the contest where you have to put our event page publicly on your Facebook page ends next Wednesday. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.